Here we have the 2020 Chevrolet Equinox. This is a front-wheel drive model with a 1.5 liter 4-cylinder turbocharged engine. Made it to a 6-speed automatic transmission. Puts out 170 horsepower. This one comes in silver ice metallic on jet black leather seats. And as you can see, this Equinox is optioned out quite a bit. Got your blacked out badging. Blacked out 19-inch aluminum wheels. And there's your power driver's seat there. You've got power door locks, power windows, power mirrors, memory seating, and you can control your power hatch from here. Got passive keyless entry on the front 2 doors. And pretty good rear seat room for a vehicle of this size. You've also got your rear AC vents, 2 USB chargers, and then of course your 120 volt 3-prong plug-in right there. Plug into computers or anything of that nature. Take a closer look at the seats. You've also got 2 cup holders. You can fold the middle seat down. Door handle. Roll the window up and down when it's not locked. Just hit this button right here. And there is your cargo space. And if you want to make more space, come up here, push this in, seat folds flat. Here's your passenger seat. Yeah, this is the Sport Edition, which is like a $2,200 package I think you can add on. And it just makes the car look really, really slick. There's your leather wrapped steering wheel. Got a navigation system. It's an option on this one. AM, FM, and XM radio along with Bluetooth audio. Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. And there's your backup camera. Pretty good resolution, and you can toggle the guidelines on and off. And you've got dual zone automatic climate control. Heated seats, and then you've got your USB, USB-C, and aux port along with your SD card reader, and that's what your navigation reads off of. And there's your automatic gear shifter with your electronic parking brake. Got storage in here along with 2 additional USB chargers. There's your universal home remote. And I just love the leather stitching in these. It's just feels very real. There are your owner's manuals in the glove box. And you've got your standard lane keep assist. You can toggle on and off. You've got your forward collision alert, which you can adjust the gap. Got your Bluetooth controls along with your gauge cluster controls. You can scroll through that there. So a lot of options for that. And then you've got your steering wheel audio controls on the right side for volume. And then on the left side, you have track list or radio selection list controls there. So push button start. And there's your key fob. We're just gonna take a look at what's under the hood. Let's come under here. Just gonna pull on that. And there's your 1.5 liter turbocharged 4-cylinder engine. And next we're gonna take this Equinox out on the road for a quick test drive. And here we go. Very good acceleration for this being a 1.5 liter. The turbo just, like in most of Chevy's turbocharged engines, it just makes you accelerate so much better than if it was just naturally aspirated. Just great acceleration. And this is coming from a car that's going to get you at least 30 miles to the gallon on the highway. So it's got that power when you need it, but when you don't, you get the fuel economy of just a regular 1.5 liter engine. And as you move through the RPMs, especially in that sweet spot from 2,000 to 4,000, you can really feel the turbo putting the work in. And I apologize if the AC is a little loud. It's just hot as blazes out here today. And the ride is fairly quiet. These 19s are just a tad loud, but it's not a problem for anybody who's going to be in the market for one of these. Just something I noticed. I almost got rear-ended, geez. Okay. Well, the auto stop will not come on right now as I've got the AC almost on full blast. But especially in more mild climate, it's gonna save you a lot of fuel and a lot of money. See if it'll come on real quick. And there it is. Got to cut off just a second. And for people who are skeptical about auto stop, it really, I think it's a necessary evil, you know, for the environment, for the economy, for people's pocketbooks. And it's really nothing to complain about. Like, it stops the engine when you don't need it, when you're not using that extra power, whether it's for your AC or what have you. It cuts right back on as soon as you let your foot off. And give it a little throttle here. And these 1.5 liter turbo engines are the bulk of your Malibu and Equinox sales. So it only makes sense that Chevy made sure this was a good engine, and I've owned one. It's really, for most people who are gonna be your regular drivers, it's gonna be perfect, absolutely perfect. Like I said, you've got that boost if you need it, and then if you don't, you just drive it normally and get 32 miles a gallon. You can't beat that. And you're not getting, 40 or 45. I mean, you can, but it doesn't have that CVT, so you're not getting 40 or 45 because the transmission's controlling basically how much fuel you're asking for. But I'd rather have that extra control and have that extra power and get 5 mpg less. Because depending on how you drive, it's gonna make more sense to have a turbocharged engine anyway, because that's less time you're having to stay on the throttle to accelerate in something that takes 10 or 11 seconds to reach 60 miles per hour in. Coming down this back road is very smooth. And I really just like the way that you sit in the Equinox. I don't feel like I'm too low. I don't feel like I'm too high. I feel like I'm just perfectly seated in this car. So we've come to the end of my review of the 2020 Chevrolet Equinox 1.5 liter turbo engine.